Nice. Muted the whole time. Essentially, what you missed, I'm late. I napped. I tried to eat some food and I spilled, what I spilled? It was, not mashed potatoes, but sweet potato. Needless to say, regardless, I digress. I'm here, and we're about 45 seconds out from episode 3. Couldn't be more stoked. And if you're new here, how these work essentially is I won't show anything on the screen, no sound, no nothing, but well, you'll hear my voice. I've got the stopwatch going, ready to go, and once I hit start on that, you guys can sync it with me. The rest, you know. And just give me a minute here while my brain tries to wake up. All right. Been sleeping too late, and I was like, I can. It's gonna be a late night. I'll probably be awake for the next 12 hours. Okay, here we go. It's midnight. Enough talking. Roll. Episode 3, 28 minutes long. What the hell? They just called it episode 3? Creative. First one, Aftermath. Second one, Cut and Run. Third, episode 3. The Bad Batch find their way in rapidly changing galaxy. What the heck? Well, duh. Okay, well, here we go. Everyone ready? All the Star Wars credits for us. My homeboy. Thanks for making it. Of course, I won't be late again. Do you think Ahsoka will appear eventually? Yes. And I have a video coming out about that in a couple of days. So, everyone ready? Spam 1 right now if you are ready to begin. I think I'm the only one that's not ready here. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to roll it in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Don't skip the intro. I'm just going to keep it going. Replacements, that's what it's called. I guess someone at Disney Plus goofed. Called it episode 3. Uh-oh. Where the hell are they? This feels like Alien. Everyone in the chat, gonk. Hmm. Those aren't Death Troopers, but I guess one level below. What do you guys think? Inferno Squad? Possible, but I don't think Iden is born yet, so Yeah, it looks like her. I don't think it is though. She's be too young. Like a baby. It's gonna be one of these episodes, hey? Hey, thanks, Externity. That's a good point. Tarkin's so funny, dude. It's like you bring him anybody and he's gonna be like, I want to see them in action. My boy had a UAV. Yo, chat, type 1 if you're for the clones, type 2 if you're for enlisted recruits. Obviously, I like clones, but I can see Palpatine's point of view. What's he running? An HDR with a monolithic compressor? Like, holy crap. Jesus, dude. Oh, shit. Okay, here we go. Holy shit, dude. This on Disney Plus? Like, are we watching the same thing? Jesus. I was... Alright. Pretty dark, man. Pretty damn dark. Chat wilding right now. She passes out too. People are saying too dark? Nah. It's meant to show that the clones are completely taken over at this point. So their brains are controlled. Huh. Oh, what the freak? Yo, don't tell me she's... Could she? Hmm. That's cute. This this show just got very dark. Oh, okay. Hmm. Okay, so it looks like Tarkin's sold on continuing to fund the clone army for now. Yo, what? Huh. Yo, dude, like, are we... Okay, I got a lot of theories going. Oh, cool. Hmm. What? There's no way that's the end. What the freak? A week for that? You're kidding me. Dude, I'm gonna have that breakdown up in like 12 minutes. Well, that's that. Okay, so a few things. Clones are better soldiers than regular recruits. We saw that tonight. We also saw that Omega might have some force powers, like beast control. We also saw that the Kaminoans want to make some sort of crazy super clone, and their entire survival depends on it. So I'm thinking like a force-sensitive clone. Where they're gonna go with that, I don't know. But I think this may lead into Grogu. It may lead into Mandalorian and what the Empire has been trying to do with the cloning facility and all that stuff. Obviously, they're going to bring in some cloner. They might bring in Dr. Pershing. Dr. Pershing at this point would probably be 28 years younger, probably. So he's, let's say he's like 40-something in The Mandalorian. So he's probably in his 20s now. Maybe teens. So maybe actually not. You know what? Look, it was, a lot of people are going to say it was filler. There was a lot in this episode, okay? Way more than the last episode. So, which isn't saying much, but it is what it is. Look, I enjoyed it. I think there was a lot of extra stuff in here that really built for, yes, character development, this and that, but more so really solidifying the fact that the clones are absolute units, and it proved Tarkin wrong. Like, he was trying to create, he was trying to essentially defund the clone army and fund recruits, which is what Palpatine wanted, because he didn't care anymore about the efficacy of clones. He cared about numbers, sheer size and numbers, about a big army. That's really all he wanted. He didn't care about anything else, to be honest. So there was a ton of info in this one, and that disintegration scene was, it made me think of Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen, and of course Vader. No disintegrations. So what do you guys think? Let me pull up chat. What are you guys talking about? Okay, give it the rating. 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10. What do you rate it? Chat, spam your number right now while I get this prepared here. Palpatine talking to Anakin when he falls. Some people say 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, look, I would give it a... It was so short, but, you know, I'd give it an 8. I really would. Just because of the information that we got out of there. And I know a lot of people may be like, what an 8, it was boring. Dude, there was a ton of stuff in here that leads into a video that I probably can't make until, what, Monday? Because otherwise people are going to complain that I spoiled something. But I'll have it in tomorrow's breakdown, because of course those are spoiler filled. So, big shout out to Externiati. Thank you for that nice message. He says he loves the Vader comics, which, yes, I'm back to making them, and the next one is going to be coming out soon. The chip is affecting Tech and Wrecker. Think so? Omega is force sensitive and Crosshair is cold blooded. You said that, yeah, 100%. Hey man, I think we just got too hyped for it. I thought this episode was dope, and we had our expectations too high. No, I think it was good, dude. I think there was, you know, there were some slow moments, but not everything has to be fighting and killing and, you know, punching and shooting. There was a ton of darkness in there that really extrapolated the story and built upon the story, and that's important. I'm more interested in the Kaminoan arc than the main story, and I don't know how I feel about that for this series. Well, look, this is the thing. When you have a story like The Mandalorian, or, you know, Cassian Andor, in my opinion, or, you know, The Bad Batch, you get clumping together of so many different storylines and things that it's not focused on just one person. Let's say, you know, like the prequel trilogy is focused primarily on Anakin's point of view. In this one, we get tons of different points of view of everybody: the Kaminoans, you know, Tarkin, the Empire, the clones, the Bad Batch, and now recruits. One of the most violent, yeah, Dash, for sure. I enjoy how this gives perspective and info between a clone army and a enlisted army. Maybe this could pave the way to some Legends Kaminoan projects. Hint. Yeah, you mean the dudes with the shovels for their hands? Or someone else that I'll mention in tomorrow's vid. Boba trailer coming July. When was this announced? I hope so. I gave it an 8 out of 10 for Kamino alone, but yes, it got dark as hell as well. Do you think the Cloners phase projects have anything to do with Palpatine's clones Rey's father? Very possible. So, yeah, I think his dad was probably born somewhere around this time, 5 years from now. Teared up seeing empty table and barracks. You're awesome. Yeah, you can tell he misses them, and I think Crosshair's gonna switch back, man. I think he's gonna switch back eventually. You know, those mutated brains are probably more powerful. Stay tuned for my video coming Saturday. You'll see what I mean. I really think Crosshair, and I think Rex is gonna be a big proponent of the show, if that theory holds any weight. But we'll see. I think Crosshair will be the first Death Trooper and will make me extremely happy. You think he's gonna be the template for the Death Troopers? Do they have the balls to bring back? Dude, I hope. I'm getting Winter Soldier vibes from Crosshair. I really enjoy how Omega has been an influence to them, especially Hunter and Wrecker. 8 out of 10 for me. What's up, Callista? How you doing? What about this bringing Starkiller back? That's where I'm leading. You know, that's where I'm thinking too. When they said they have some special clone project, I'm like, there's no way they're gonna do that. But I'm not throwing it out the window. Definitely a slower ep, however, so much info in it, so much to be taken away from slower eps, and if you know where to look, which I believe you do. Yeah. But yeah, look, I love action. I love the lightsaber, force battles, all that stuff. But when you get these episodes that don't have much of that, you get so much more story development. Sometimes. So it's, you know, take away something, you get something. It's fine. Keep up the great work. I honestly thought I was set up. It was a good setup for the future. Gotta head to bed. Thanks for a great night. Stay amazing. Thank you, Zach. Good night, dude. Sleep well. Sweet dreams. The seeds of Kaminoan rebellion being replaced. Eventually. Yeah. Stay tuned for Saturday's video. It seems the episodes are getting shorter and shorter, but minus that, I feel as if Hunter and Omega might be the last ones to survive at the end. I think you might be right. I think Crosshair's chip could fry from overuse. I think Crosshair's mutated brain might be able to adapt to it and overcome it. Dude, when you read my dono last stream, I gained 7 subs. It says Netswick. Thank you too much, seriously. F the money. I feel you on having the joy of people watching, you know. Yeah, it's cool, man. I get to hang out with all Star Wars fans. I mean, there's 3,400 of you here, chilling. And these watch parties are my favorite thing. I just wish they were longer, you know? With The Mandalorian, at least the episodes were... Well, they felt longer, weren't they? They were like 30-something minutes, at least. Like an extra 10 minutes goes a long way. Who's the new Admiral supposed to be? I don't know. Does anybody know? Anybody have a clue? And who do you think... I know some people were saying Inferno Squad, but I don't think Inferno Squad is created just yet. So this is way too early. You got to remember, this is like Revenge of the Sith time, essentially, right after. Crosshair turns, solidifies conscripted army plan. I don't think so. I think he knows that the Empire is trying to replace clones, and I think that may piss him off. How many episodes will we get in the Bad Batch season 2? I'm not sure. But in this one, we're getting, I think, a total of 14. That's right. So we've already got 3, so we've got another 11. Leave. How important was this new admiral? Never heard of him. Since you mentioned it, do you think we'll ever get a show focusing on Rey's father? And do you think it'll be No, I don't think we ever will. He's not interesting. He's just, and I know some people may be like, he is. He's just a young Palpatine clone that has no powers, that Palpatine saw as a useless, nothing. So, imagine they revive Jango by creating an untouched clone and giving the clone his memories. That would be cool, but I think they're going force sensitive here. Getting Kamino and Clone Rebellion vibes. What do you think, Mr. Star Wars theory? I'm getting those vibes too, and I think it's going to happen. Saturday's video, stay tuned for that. And of course, the breakdown, which I'll have out probably in like 5 hours. Wrecker's headache seems like the chip trying to activate. It could very well be. Out of all of them, I should have figured Wrecker would be the one to have his chip affected because he's a big teddy bear heart of the group. It would probably be the most sad. Did that Gonk droid not make a sound after sliding and hitting the inside when they were falling to the planet while Omega was looking right at it? Maybe he's powerful. Thoughts on Logan versus... Don't ask me that, I don't know. But I'll be watching. Fun thought. The canon version of Starkiller is a successful Palpatine clone that leads to a failed one that is Rey's father. Maybe not. Nah, it's just a Palps clone. Do you think with Echo hinting their chips may not be fully defective, Wrecker talking about his sore head a lot, his chip might be starting to act up? Yeah. I think what's going to happen is they're sequentially going to start to turn. And I think the only one that won't turn is going to be Hunter. And I think it's going to be very sad because it's going to be like a zombie movie. They're starting to, turn into these rabid beasts. And they're turning on their own family. What if the real Boba is actually dead and Mando Boba is new clone? No. No, that's the real Boba. That'd be so ridiculous. Could you imagine? That'd be so like what? Too much with the clones, I love clones, but you don't want to make too many. You don't want to make clones of clones. Have you ever taken a photocopy of a photocopy? Who knows what happens? Can they tie in Snoke with Phase 3 of the clones? That's another thing. Phase 3 of clones would be pretty sweet. But they're trying to dwindle them out, so I don't think they're really going to keep going with more Phase 3. I think the cloners would get Boba, Cad versus Boba. That'd be great. If you didn't know, Boba's dent in his helmet is actually from Cad Bane shooting it. I think Crosshair's going to overcome the chip at some point, and he'll help the Kamino Peep start up an uprising. Bad Batch shows up to get him back, realizing he's already their brother again. And then he dies. That's what I think. Dave Filoni never ceases to amaze me of, pulling on the heartstrings. So he knows how to do it. Imagine how dark the Order 60 scene will be in Kenobi, especially with the younglings. Also love the story, and I think Omega is a failed Palp girl clone. If we get a Order 60 scene in Kenobi with Anakin Skywalker, I'll probably crap my pants live. And I'll probably cry at the same time. Internet, get ready. Vader slaughters the Blondie. You heard it here first. You think Vader's gonna kill Omega? You think they would do that? I highly doubt it. Episode 10 trailer on Disney's YouTube channel. Episode 10. What? Episode 10 trailer for The Bad Batch on Disney's YouTube channel. Highly doubt this. No. Don't see anything. You are sorely mistaken, my young apprentice. Maybe I read it wrong. Can you tell us your opinion on Wrecker and his headache? Do you think I think the chip is starting to kick in? Do you think tech works on something to counter the chip? Maybe they won't turn like zombies. I think they're gonna turn, man. Otherwise, it's not tragic. Not a tragic story, Master. They need to turn. You think Rex will help the Bad Batch remove their chips? Certainly like to think so. How many Corbin sabers do you have? I love watching your lightsaber reviews. Just waiting on restock so I can finally get one. I have a lot. Stop buying them because they're too expensive. Do you think we'll see the rogue clone army in the Bad Batch? It was from the old Battlefront 2 campaign where Boba Fett and the 501st went back to Kamino. Thanks again. Have a good night. Possibilities are endless. We could see. I want to see Republic Commando. I want to see Sev in there. I want to see all those boys in there, which are essentially the Bad Batch, but they're like the good batch. All clones turn one by one, and Crosshair reverts, saving Omega from Hunter. I could see that, but I think Hunter will stay fine. I think he'll be okay. Echo won't turn, but he's gonna die heroically. I could see that happening too, because he doesn't have a chip. Do you have any plans working with Matthew Stover on Story of Vader Episode 2? Yes. So as long as he can, as it's legal for him. They have a lot of clauses that don't allow them to work on Star Wars fan films, and as you heard, him even not being able to read scripts and stuff, because if he gets an idea, then it's a whole thing with legal stuff. So it's yeah. So yes. Omega with some Shock T vibes with the Rancors on Felucia, in Force Unleashed, and Commander Cody coming in to help train the enlisted troops. You think we'll see clones getting Stormtrooper armor? Yes. I think at the very end we're going to see that. I don't think they're going to show it just right now, but I think at the end we will. So, Omega is not Force sensitive, and Crosshair is going to be a new clone template for Death Troopers. I think she's got a little Force sensitivity in her. There's something going on. It's a little bit... It's confusing the way that... If they're honestly thinking about the group turning makes me so sad. Filoni never gets to tell any happy stories. LeMayo, he's the one-man Suicide Squad. He always makes the stories that are the most touching. And the most touching stories are the ones that are most akin to life, I find, and the ones that show death and remorse and loss and change, because it's realistic. They won't all turn. They're going for the fam dynamic and them all turning. Bro, do you think this episode tonight was a fan dynamic? Like, come on, dude. No way. No way at all. I don't think that they're going for that at all. Especially not Dave. You know, I could think maybe that in like the last episode, but after tonight's episode, no way. Wrecker, Echo, and Tech, chips active, they die during the journey back to Kamino. Hunter and Omega make it back to Kamino, and they see Crosshair die. Is that a theory? Aren't clones a liability? Proof of Sith plan? No. Could they find Project Stardust orbiting Geonosis? Well, I guess they're proof of the Sith plan in an essence, in a way, yeah, sort of. Sort of, Master. Could they find Project Stardust orbiting Geonosis? His head hurt because he hit it when he's crashing? Yeah. But he kept talking about it. And you know, for a guy that gets shot by blasters and stuff and never complains, really, it's kind of weird, right? What's your take on Omega? Maybe he hit something and, like, you know, activated something. What's your take on Omega? I personally really enjoy the character and her arc so far. She's fine. I'm excited to see where it goes. I hope it goes somewhere with her. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen to her. I have a theory, and it's a video that I'm making right now, but it'd be pretty sad if that happens. Hope we get to see Kai Skirata and the Null arcs at some point, seeing as Cal's whole mission was to get the clones out so they could live normal lives. So where's Vader right now? Hunting Jedi? Yes. So right now Vader is out there trying to get his green lightsaber crystal from Kirak in Fila. How long does it take you to master Hayden Christensen? Also, thank you for going nocturnal to make me recap the vid later this morning. I don't think I've mastered it. I think it's kind of rough, actually, but that's nice of you to say so. Thank you. I appreciate it. Clone uprising at Camino, which is the reason why the Empire moves fully away from clones. Yes, you said it. That's yeah, but how we get there is I think it's going to be connected to Rex a lot. So, we'll see. Get Josh in? Where's Josh? Is he... Oh yeah, Josh is up right now. You want doesn't say he's online, so... Scar Squadron in the making. Yeah, so let me ask you this. Who do you think those squads were, and you think they're going to turn into? They looked like a very early version of a Death Trooper, I guess, but they weren't tall. They weren't all blacked out, and yeah, so Death Troopers are like 6'7", 6'8". No, Nick, I'll check out the Bucketheads film. I haven't checked it out yet. What's the secret project? I'm thinking it could be Frito says, bro, this episode was effing ASS. I don't think so. I disagree. I can understand why you would say that because it was slow, but there was so much, like if you go into the details of the dialogue and stuff, there was so much in there that really changed the game for clones and for what the Empire's doing and what Tarkin's even trying to do. He originally wanted the conscripted recruits in there, and now he just wants, not that he wants, but he's like, you know what, maybe I underestimated the clones a little bit, you know? And it's true, he did. Clones are ruthless, and they get the job done, and good soldiers follow orders, and this is something that regular beings, recruits, for the most part, won't do, unless it's people like Tarkin or something like that. I feel like clones don't have as much of a conscience in that sense. Some do. Some do, but not all. There was a file in Rogue One called Mark Omega. Oh, I didn't know this. That's kind of cool. We know that they'll meet up with Rex at some point and we'll be able to help them with the chips. It's just a matter of who's left by that time when that happens. Flamethrower plus civilians equals Disney family moments. Omega grows up to be the... Yeah, they like those flamethrower moments, eh? Omega grows up to be the armorer. Nah, different accent. Because of Obi-Wan. Because of what you've done. What's up, Emily? Did you notice how Tarkin had his Grand Moff Governor insignia compared to his former Admiral insignia? Mistake or on purpose? Did he? I don't think he's not a Grand Moff at this point, though. Is he? Because in the last episode, or in the first episode, they called him Admiral Tarkin. Somewhere along the line, Rex has to find Gregor and Wolf. Maybe they're on Camino. I don't think they're on Camino. But I think Rex could be going to Camino. Clones, Rebel. Bam, not zombies. Bet. Love your vids. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. Thanks, Nathan. Thanks, Trevor. What's up, Jack? Whiskey? What's going on, dude? Thoughts on Ewan McGregor's interview on Jimmy K? I didn't watch it yet. There's so much stuff I gotta watch still. I haven't seen it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go and do the do the breakdown. As usual, I love these, and I will see you guys, of course, tomorrow, and throughout the week, but also next week for the breakdown and the fourth watch party, I suppose we could say. Was it Iden Versio? No, she's a baby at this point. She's a little BB. They're trying something different. I respect it. This episode was effing beautiful. Bringing Omega in was touching. Yeah, giving her a room. Look, dude, they're putting everything together and then they're gonna crash it all. Like I'm pretty sure they're just gonna make everybody turn evil eventually, perhaps, or die. Either one. Wait, I thought it was filler. You said the dialogue changed everything. Can you go into detail on what you're talking about? Yes, in the breakdown. So, love you. Thanks for chilling. May the force be with you, and I'll see you in probably 5 hours. So stay tuned. Out. Thanks, Aiden. I just saw your soup.